All right, we're live. We are live, Derek.
Oh, there they are.
What, the camera?
Yeah, I was looking up there. I'm just like, where'd you put it? I'm like, why is it looking at the back of my head, my bald head? It's like, oh, it's because you have it behind us.
I want to get it up on my phone so I have the chat over here too. All right, got the chat. All right, let's see. Your name. Okay. Four-day artist badge.
Yeah, I think you get 2. Like if you go up, I think like scroll all the way up. I think you get 2 with it.
I'll say no then.
Yeah, because if I did have to buy a badge, I'm buying the season pass.
You're buying the season.
So
no electricity.
like I would just link a direct picture to.
I'm gonna do Instagram.
Yeah, that's what I usually send is like a thing of your Instagram, and then like I'd even just pick a picture directly of like our booth setup.
Is there anybody?
No one yet. CCGames, how can I help you? Composite to HDMI? Oh. No, we just got regular AV to HDMI. Yeah, just the red, yellow, white. So, like, composite has the additional blue and green. Okay, yeah, so just the standard AV to HDMI. Let me see. That is. Oh, wait, that goes the wrong way. Hold on, that's HDMI to AV. That's going the wrong way. We have them for $17.99. Yep. Sure. What's the first name? Okay. Yep. I'll have it behind the counter for you. Yep. No problem. Bye.
All right. All right. It's been recorded. All right.
All right.
Hopefully. All right. Let me share this.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. That would be great to get into.
I think that's 5. I'm trying to think if that's all 5 dames. Let me see.
It might be 4. It said 4, like
okay,
a 4-day.
It's 4. Okay, so it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I'll take an artist table for that. Yeah. How much was it?
$440. Yeah, that's nothing. But it's funny, all the other Colossal Cons, because they're so much smaller than ours, are like 180.
Yeah, I mean, that's high for an artist table. But no doubt.
Also,
but for that convention,
well worth it.
Yeah, we're gonna make. You're probably gonna 10 times that.
Yeah.
In money, at least.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Do you think I should apply or just?
Yeah, why don't you apply too?
Okay.
And do your that way if we get lucky, maybe both of us get in. And then it asked any artist you want to be next to.
How shitty would that be?
We get 2 tables next to each other. It just
yep.
Combined.
Sure, I guess I'll apply. It doesn't hurt to apply.
Why not? It doesn't hurt. Go for it. Can I apply multiple times? They probably would discourage that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it happens. People apply, but kind of like it's like, crap, did we apply? Might as well apply again just in case. Like, I'm sure that happens a lot.
All right, we got a like. Someone's in here, but they're not talking.
I have to wait till I get home and do it because I can't remember my login information for Instagram.
Oh. Well, yeah.
I can do it on my phone too, but
yeah, do it when you get home. Got this traded in this morning. Got to bag it up and put a price on it, but it's the Switch. The Switch one.
Oh, okay.
Bug you?
No. Just,
Come on, you're the guy that.
I had it. Well, I had it right here, but then when the phone rang, I'm like, I don't need to have them.
Yeah. You don't want them to hear about the conversation
Yeah.
on the phone. Well, when I picked up the phone, people let me know they could actually hear the people on the phone.
Right. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll get too many people on a Monday at 1 o'clock.
No, I can't imagine you'll have much of anybody
Yeah.
on a Monday at 1.
Yeah. I bet the night streams, like the last hour are probably the best time to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be here, so. Dude, I had to pick up I would have worked yesterday, but I had to pick up my daughter from Columbus.
Yeah, I saw Ryan was working. I'm like, well, wow, Ryan, because I just came.
I guess Angela didn't want to or something, but it's no big deal. Of course, he had to call me like 5 or 6 times to complain about Scott and other stuff, about customers in the store.
Of course.
But I drove to Columbus, and then picked up my daughter, and like literally stopped for like 2 minutes to, she came out, got in the car, and then drove home. And I may have bit off a little more than I could chew because I had to piss like the last like half hour. That's 4 hours, and there was like the way it sent me the other way, and there was like really nowhere to stop the way I went. And I'm like, I kind of went the back way on the way home. Man, I never had to piss so hard in my life. By the time I got home, it was hurting.
Yeah.
I could feel it in my kidneys.
Like those last 7-8 minutes where you're so close.
Yeah, and I was like, when we get home, I'm running in the house. I'm like, I'm not. Yeah, it was bad. I was like, oh, I've never had to. I don't think I've ever went that long either. This is a riveting talk for whoever is in here and not chatting. This is what you get when you don't talk. You get me when nobody asks questions. You get me talking about me having to use the bathroom.
Oh.
Where is our brush? There's one.
But I said if either one of us, and then like I said, and then your legacy'd in.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I know, right?
Got a question?
Do you sell like rechargeable battery packs for Xbox One controllers?
Yeah, he'll show you. They're out there.
Well, I have some, but I'm trying to find charging.
Oh, like a full start charging station like that. You get 2 batteries and it can do 2 controllers. That's the only station that we have right now.
Okay. So I have to go back to GameStop to get the charging station.
Yeah. I would, if you wanted to go there, I would go
Switch.
soon because I don't think it's going to be open much longer.
Controllers.
That's our opinion,
Kinda
but
cool.
yeah, GameStop's doing a bunch of store closings over the next few weeks.
Well, they don't find out till.
Yeah, they'll find out like a day or 2 beforehand.
Yeah, like they just closed Norwalk and Tiffin, and they said, "Yeah, you guys are closing, and tomorrow's your last day."
They don't have sales; they just move all their equipment
From one store to the next. Yeah,
They did like 5% off or something.
Right.
Yeah, they got other stores they'll move stuff to.
yeah, they're not going to tell people until the very last minute
Yeah,
because then there's theft issues from the
From the employees.
Yeah, from employees.
Yeah, they gave Norwalk and Tiffin one day. They're like, "Hey, you guys are closing. Tomorrow's your last day." We'll see what happens. Actually, I'm gonna go check. I don't know if this one will make it or not. We'll see. What's this one? Store locator.
How's it going? Doing good.
I called about that.
Oh.
I'm going to look at the Super Games. Real
Sure.
quick before I
Yep.
get that.
Yeah. You're good.
I bought that Great Circus Mystery game, and I forgot how short it was. I'm like, damn.
Were you using it to go from a Super Nintendo to HDMI? Is that what you're? I wonder if we got. I mean, we do have that one. I'm going to look to see if we got this other cord that could work for you too.
We do.
Do we?
GameCube's the same one.
Oh, it is the same one. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to go into a capture card.
Oh. Well,
that,
no. Yeah. No, the HDMI would go into the capture card, but I'm just saying we've got.
They still have their hours as full.
Yeah, these are your two options. So this one is an already all-inclusive. So there's your Super Nintendo, there's your HDMI out.
That's going to give you a much better picture, to be honest. If
'Cause it does
you're like
upscaling.
capturing and stuff.
Well, and then this one, just you would actually have to have your red, yellow, white there, and then it gives you you'd have to have your own HDMI to go out this way. So those are your two options for it.
Okay, I think I'll take that.
This one, okay, yep.
And if I don't like it, I'll just come by the
Okay, sure.
You just
I
get
think-
a better picture with the actual one that's made for it.
I think this one then, I think you need to have, it gives you a USB power cable, but you would have to,
Power
has
it.
to have a power source for it. Yeah.
All right, I gotta check these in. Not getting much of a audience today. Oh well. These must have been on back order. Really? They just sent me one of each? It's supposed to be like, I think they just sent these to us to show us them, even though I already pre-ordered them, because they didn't charge us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think
They're just samples.
samples.
Even though you already ordered.
I already ordered them.
sets.
I'm gonna sell them.
Yeah, sure.
But for who's ever in here, XYAB, it's a company out of Cleveland. They sell these bundles. It's kind of cool. Wiimotes, different colors now. These have Wii Motion Plus built in. Got a pink, got a pastel green. Kind of neat. I'll take them for free. I did order them though. I did order these as well, so it'll just really lower the cost. But I'm gonna put them on.
Famicom games play on a Super?
Yes and no. It's real easy to play them on a Super. I would say either a Game Shark or Game Genie, but the only thing you got to do, I'll just show you. Let me grab the Super Nintendo out.
'Cause I didn't know they made a Circus Mystery too.
I don't know if they came out in America or not, but so on a regular Nintendo, all you need to do is see those two little plastic tabs.
Yeah.
You can break them off, get a needle nose pliers, pop them off. You can play whatever. It's real easy. Or if you have like a Game Genie or something that, then you can put those on top. But I broke mine off. No one would ever know. That's the easy way to do it. And then you can play Super Famicom games.
So essentially, the Super
What's going on?
is the Super Nintendo for Japan, right?
Yeah,
Right.
they're the same. Most of them are in English too. Like that game's completely in English. The other thing too, like if you ever get like a Retron, something like this, or they will play either or. Yeah. Yep. Good old Power Glove. Yeah, like the generic Super Nintendos, they'll play Super Famicom. Yeah, most of the games are in English, as long as you stay away from role-playing games. But like that Mickey Mouse game, it's in English.
Dude, the first one's so good, dude.
Yeah.
You know what, boss man? You still got that bigger one?
Yep.
Or-
Oh, the big one? Yeah, I'll go grab that.
Here, I can grab it for you, but I don't want to make you do it again.
Nah, it's all good. I can get the steps in today.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Yeah.
Good. You probably
No, that's
sporting
cool,
the
yeah.
Lions gear up there. Were you nervous last night?
Yes, incredibly nervous. What really sucked was when they moved the game from 4:30 to 8:30. And
Oh, yeah.
I had to work at 5 a.m.
Oh, brutal. That's a good problem to have,
32-16
though.
Then.
Well, it's a good problem if they win.
Yeah.
You stay up that late and they lose. Then you're tired and pissed off.
Yeah.
Now this thing still has to be powered, right? Or
Does this need its own power source as well, Kevin, or does this require power?
I think it needs power. I'm not 100% sure on this one. This is XYAB.
that's a good one, right? That's
Yeah, actually, it looks great. I've seen it before. I've never used. I didn't use this particular. I have this brand for a different system, and it looks great. I use it on my Sega Saturn, actually. But I think it needs power. Do you want us to open it real fast?
No, that's good.
I think it has a like a USB that you still gotta. It
Okay,
needs
yeah,
a little
that's
bit of
fine.
power.
Do you want a bag?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, they look much better though than that converter.
I've been watching them on YouTube, and there was like a $9 one on Amazon. Once you start getting into like the GameCube 4-player stuff, it's like,
Mhm. Yeah,
because hands down, Double Dash is the best Mario Kart. No.
Double Dash is cool.
There you go.
Thanks, sir.
Have a good one. Thank you.
They should honestly bring that back. 'Cause, like,
Double Dash.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you can hold two
They
items.
they should just put it on. They just put it on the Switch online.
Yeah. Oh, really?
They
did?
could. No, I said they should.
Yeah, because dude, them boos get me so mad. And you got like a super horn and they steal it. Dude, I'm just,
No, we're not a rebranding
We'll see ya.
GameStop. We're better than GameStop. Sorry. I'm in the vouchers.
Oh, gotcha.
Now I'm rooting for the Lions. So if they lose, it's my Browns taint. That's the problem.
We don't need that negative energy.
We're 0-16 brothers, though, right?
Yeah, that's true. We are.
If anything, that means there's a little hope
Yeah.
for you guys.
Well, actually, there's good news today. They said Deshaun Watson's Achilles injury is had a setback, and he's probably not going to be ready for next year. So
So he's just going to get paid $40 million to sit on the
it sounds
sidelines?
like they'll probably do some kind of settlement to get rid of him.
Sucks they can't just cut it.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling him, like, it's in his interest to not quit because he makes so much money per year. If I was him, if I had to crawl out there, I would.
Yeah, for $40 million.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. I would.
But the good news, though, you know what I think they're going to do, though? I think Kirk Cousins is rumored to get cut. I think we're going to end up with Cousins. He was good with Stefanski. It's better than what we got
We
now.
just need average. We don't even need good.
Yeah, we got a good defense. Just give us average. we just that was what I said going in. We just need an average quarterback, and we have none that are average. Like just give me average, and we'll be all right.
Yeah. I mean, Jared Goff's having a really good year, but
He's good.
the book on him is he's just average, to
When you have a good defense and you have a good coach, you don't need the top line. You just need you know what you don't need? The worst in the league.
Yeah, that trade is probably going to go down as the worst trade in sports.
In sports history.
Sports. Yeah.
And you know what's even worse? Nobody got fired because of it. I don't know how that happens. My only theory is Stefanski and Barry have like some kind of blackmail on the owner, or there's only two possibilities. That's the one possibility, or the owner was the one that made the deal.
Was Stefanski there when they brought him in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stefanski helped run Baker out of town.
Okay.
Ryan's trying to call me on my phone. Call me at the store.
Yeah, it's going to ring any second for you.
Yeah, it'll probably. the store one will ring. The only other thing that makes sense is the owner was the one that made the call, and he's like, all right, it was my mess up.
My bad.
Yeah, that's why you guys are still got your job.
Santa brought me a PS5 for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I wish Santa would bring me a winning football team.
You're years away, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Not if we can get average QB play. Like if
Well, I mean, even
I think
even
that's
if we
why
get an
they're running
average,
it back. I think the defense is good as long as the offense can like not
still-
be dog crap.
we still need like an offensive tackle. Our center's hurt most of the time. We pretty much have to rebuild our.
I mean, when Jameis was playing, they were fine. Like the offensive line looked fine. It's when you have a quarterback that sits there and holds the ball for 8 years that they don't look good.
Like Sam Darnold was doing last night.
Yeah, like Sam Darnold was doing last night.
I was
He was nervous, man.
like, bro, throw the ball.
I watched the first three
not-
quarters.
not
I
only
didn't
that,
finish
like,
it, but
he was like rushing, so everything was like high. And, yeah. You could tell he was like the moment was a little too big for Darnold.
He was throwing ducks.
Yeah. I couldn't believe too they kept kicked the field goals. Like
Well, that's our thing. Like
I know that's
we go
Dan
forward.
Campbell.
So now, like, it's in the other team's heads that like they think they have to do it to keep up. And
Even look, I love Dan Campbell, but sometimes I'm like, man, just kick the field goal.
I texted. I was texting back and forth with one of my.
But
friends.
it's hard to argue with him. But I'm like, man, just kick the field goal sometimes.
I was texting back and forth with one of my friends,
Mhm.
and I was like, you know what this feels like? It feels like the Ohio State-Michigan game. Because Ohio State was trying to do what Michigan does. They wanted to run the
They
ball.
were so stupid. The
Yeah.
best player on the field is Jeremiah Smith, and they refused to pass it.
Yeah.
Like it made no
And
sense.
last night, the Vikings were trying to do what Detroit does. We're going to go forward on fourth down, even though...
What's up, Tyler? I would take Russell over what we got. I'd take him.
Yeah.
I want Cousins. I'd be happy if they sign Cousins. I know he's not great, but man, that's all we need is a game manager. I mean, look at what we did with Flacco. Flacco looked fine.
Cousins has got to be like 38 years old, right?
He's in good shape though. Like he's not as. I don't think he's as bad as. I think he's out of his element in. I'm hoping he was out of his element. You know, new scheme, new thing. He comes back with Stefanski. He knows that offense like the back of his hand.
yeah, we are.
You know, like it makes sense. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
You don't have to use Madden, do you?
No, not at the moment. College football's on sale.
I got that for Christmas.
Madden was on sale. It's weird that they have college football on sale and not Madden right now.
34.
Yeah, it's like half off. Madden was half off too, but they're not doing. You know, I think Madden might be going back on sale. I'll tell you here in a second.
I hate buying it at the end of the season,
Right.
but like I really want to play it. I
And,
thought about
and
just
Madden is not going back on sale.
I thought
It will
about just
be in
getting
like
it.
2 weeks.
College football is staying on sale at $34.99.
I thought about just getting it digitally. Because I hate wasting money on sports games because they're worthless after.
Yeah, I actually picked up Madden when it was half off. Madden is going back on sale,
Ooh.
but not till the 19th.
Mm.
Not till the 19th.
Well over a week.
I'll
2
wait.
weeks.
19th it'll be half off.
I'll wait.
I'm not supposed to share that information, and I'm live streaming, so I just shared it to the world. But
I don't
yeah.
care nothing.
you're just hoping Russ gets snowed in and Justin's. See, I don't think it bad. I'd like, yeah, maybe Justin's a little bit better, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, I still think you guys are getting beat by the Ravens this week, but you never know.
What?
The Steelers always have a shot.
Yeah, they somehow managed to win. Why for the wild card? Like mathematically, like why are the Ravens playing the Steelers for the wild card?
And win like 6 versus 3 or something like that. The Steelers are the 6th seed.
Right. But then, so if hypothetically, if the Steelers win and then they get into the playoffs, do they have to then play?
They'd have to go on the road. Like, then
Okay.
it goes by seeding.
Right. Because, I mean, the Ravens have our division clinched, right? So
Right, they won
yeah.
the division thanks
So-
to thanks
So
to
even
beating
if
us.
so, like even if the Ravens lost against the Steelers, would they still technically then be in the?
No. This is playoffs. This is the
Okay,
last week.
so they're not playing for a wild card position. They're
No,
just,
this is
there's a game.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
yeah. It's
That's what I was confused about. I was like, why are the Ravens a wild card game? So that's why I was.
hey, dude, anything can happen. The Steelers could beat them. The Steelers always have a shot.
They have not been playing good the last 4 weeks.
No,
However-
but it could be an ugly game, and
Yeah.
they win ugly games.
That's
So,
true. God, what's their one their secondary receiver? God, he dropped like 4 passes yesterday. Can't remember
Oh,
his name.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like it was just bad. And everybody.
Steelers Ravens Part 3. A few years ago, it was Browns Steelers Part 3, and the Browns beat the. Nobody had the Browns beating the Steelers, and that happens any given Sunday. They do win ugly. That's because you have a good coach. I know a lot of Steelers fans like to hate on Mike Tomlin, but I would take him any day of the week and twice on Sunday over
I know, I was
any
thinking about
other
that too,
coach.
where people are just like, "Oh yeah, but we've been in the playoffs this many years. It's like always like, but then we can't win."
Heaven forbid going decades without a losing season. What's
Right.
that like? I don't know.
It's like, would you rather have Woods and?
Yeah. He's not going to bench Russell, but he never. Not for playoffs. If they go down and he's looking bad, I could see him pulling them. I like Tomlin though. I watched that Hard Knocks in the AFC, the in season, and he's so much better than. And like, if I had to rank the coaches in the AFC North, Tomlin's number one. Obviously, the Ravens coach is number 2, but I still think Tomlin's better by a lot better than the Ravens coach, even though he's really good. And then, to be honest, I think Kevin Stefanski and the Bengals coach are that Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other, but the Bengals have a quarterback and the Browns don't. But that's Kevin Stefanski's fault, though, that we don't have a quarterback.
The dude that just left has been here ever since I've gotten here, and I got here at 11:40.
I knew he wasn't going to buy anything.
And he did not buy anything.
Yeah.
He's been here for almost 2 hours and didn't buy a single
Zach
thing.
is not a good coach. I don't agree.
Yeah, he seemed a little different.
I don't like I don't think the Bengals coach is very good. I just think he has a really top-notch quarterback.
I'm just like at the same time, it's like 2 hours, right? Because I've done that. I've gone into a store.
It's easy
I
to
have
coach.
nothing to do. I'll go look around, but yeah,
It's
like,
easy to coach
can
when
see
you
everything in this
have
store
better
in, like,
players,
30
and I think
minutes, you know?
Joe Burrow is that good.
Oh,
Astrobot?
I mean, obviously, your Gods of War are the exclusives, so those are going to be the big ones.
To be honest, Astrobot was game of the year. So
Astrobot was Game of the Year. That's a good if you like those.
if you're looking for a good Mario
Like
type
a
game,
Mario-like game.
yeah, it's
That would be
awesome.
Sony's version of a Mario game.
The new Warhammer game is phenomenal.
I got some time off coming up, and
The Warhammer game is great. Space Marine 2.
I wanna
Yeah.
play.
That's what I've been playing a lot lately.
Let's see, what are... I'm trying to think, of course, but the Spider-Man are exclusives.
Thinking
So
about Spider-Man.
I mean,
either one
it's
of those
still
two.
pretty popular. Helldivers 2 is a hell of a lot of fun online. So it's a live service game, but I like that one. Did you play Hogwarts on the
Hogwarts would be great. Yeah,
PS4?
I did not. I like the Harry Potter. I've never read the books.
that game is phenomenal whether you like Harry Potter or not. It should have been game of the year last year. But
Yeah, I would say any of those series. Like, yeah, the Harry
Harry
Hogwarts,
Potter's phenomenal.
Spider-Man is amazing. Any of them. And
The
the God
Hogwarts.
of War series are really good.
Wukong too, if you're looking for something that's
Just
pretty
beat 'em
hard.
up. This-
It's not super hard, but Black Myth Wukong's good.
Yeah, it's just a beat 'em up kind of game.
It's kind of like Elden Ring, but more straightforward. It's not as open world. Kind of like a easier Dark Souls, but it's still hard. I would still put it in a hard category.
first Last of Us was a really good game. I don't know if you played it on PS3 though.
The last time I was in here, I bought that Tomb Raider remastered trilogy.
Oh, okay,
I forgot how awful
the graphics
the
were.
controls
The
are.
controls.
Oh, the tank controls.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can in the settings switch them though. Did you see that?
No.
Later,
Yeah, no, you
Tyler.
can actually go to like modern day settings.
Oh, those,
Like so you can you can look and control everything. You don't have to use the tank controls if you don't want.
You go from Tears of the Kingdom to that, and it's like.
Yeah, in the settings you can go to a modern day layout.
It was almost unplayable.
You know, actually, this game is kind of it's an older one now, but it's been out a few years. But Immortals: Phoenix Rising is basically a Zelda clone with
I have that.
Yeah.
yeah.
I have it on Switch.
Oh, okay,
I was
okay.
hoping that they
Well, it's
would do
much better on the PlayStation.
I never finished it,
Yeah,
but I liked when I played it.
yeah.
I wish they were going to do a sequel, but they already said they're not going to do a sequel for it.
There's a lot of good games though. And to be honest, a lot of PS4 games really take advantage of that PS5 though too. You know, so you'll get better graphics and they'll run quicker. Like Days Gone looks a lot better on there when you run it on there. Certain games take advantage. Do you ever play Ghost of Tsushima? No. Get that.
Oh, that's
one.
a good one.
That's
Yeah.
phenomenal. Ghost of Tsushima. I'll show you. Come out there. That game is amazing.
CSG money.
That's Ghost. Do I watch me not have it? Pimping a game I don't have. Might be down here. Derek, look up Ghost of Tsushima. Are we out? Are you looking it up?
Ghost of Tsushima for
PS5.
PS5. We are out.
Damn it, of course. Pimping a game. But you should get it sometime. I will have some more soon, but it's still, well, I mean, if you get the PS4 one, it gives you the PS5 version, but that's the director's cut. So awesome game. Your samurai, open world. Graphics are unbelievable, especially on the PS5. So if you get that's the cool thing. If you get a lot of the PS4 versions, even if you have them at home,
That's true,
they'll just
but at least now
automatically
with the
upgrade.
Switch 2, if like the rumors
So,
are true,
like,
it's got basically
sometimes I even
a
just
little
buy
more
the
powerful
PS4
than what the
version 'cause I still
PS4
got a
and
PS4
360
at
was,
home
but obviously not
in my
as
one
much
room,
as
so
the
I'll have,
new
I can
generation.
play it
But
on that, or
basically, as
or put it in my PS5.
if I
and it just
remember right,
downloads the PS5 version.
again, I'm just
I
kind
did
of
that
going
with
off
Elden
these
Ring
numbers, but like
as
the
well.
PS4 had like 8 megs of RAM for processing power,
So,
and
yeah,
the Switch 2 is
most
supposed
of
to have
them
12.
will do that.
So-
but if they have both versions.
Madden should be a playable game.
So yeah, I'm just out. I'll have more Ghost of Tsushima soon, but that game's awesome. And to be honest,
No, but outside of
wait like another
basketball,
week, I
and,
think it's going back on sale. Like it'll be like half
did they even
off.
do baseball? I don't think they did. Yeah, you basically have NBA and FIFA. That's about it for sports on the Switch.
Hogwarts Legacy, which is right here. Yeah, but
I mean WWE. I
Yeah,
guess
it's
if you
come
want to
down
count that
quite
as
a
a
bit.
sport.
that game's amazing. Even if you're not even into Harry Potter, it actually takes place before Harry Potter, so it's like a prequel to the movies.
I've seen all the movies.
Yeah, it takes place before, so you're like your own character in it. It's an awesome game.
Yeah, I'll take that.
You want to get that one? All right, I'll grab it. I think you'll
Oh,
like
you're
it.
right. They did do the show on Switch. Cool.
How many points you got? How many you got?
32.
You want to get the 20% off?
Yeah, let's do it.
It makes it $38.60.
I like a bargain.
So are you going home now then?
Yes.
All right. I'd throw this in and let it install.
Yeah, I'll do that.
This is a big game, so
I will take a nap.
I think you'd be amazed. This game's really good,
My
and it gets even better once you get the broom and you can fly around. It's pretty sweet.
my oldest, she's 14. She's addicted to Fortnite.
She might like this too.
So she's taken over my video game room right now.
My daughter, who is not one of my daughters plays games, but the other one's really not a gamer. But she
Well, they haven't really
loves
done
Harry
a fight
Potter.
night or anything like that in
And
a while.
she
I mean,
stole
like
this
a
game,
good
beat
boxing
it,
game.
went completely through it and
on
everything.
any
And
system,
I've
not even
never
just
seen her go
Switch.
through any game completely like that.
I mean, I don't consider that Creed game that came out to be a real boxing game.
My one's a Harry Potter nut. She loves it. We go to Universal all the time. So
Figured it'd be something there.
yeah,
They'd be into it.
this game's good even if you don't. That's how good it is. Even if you're not into it, it's just a good game.
The only problem with the boxing game is that the
Have fun.
fighters
Yep.
themselves want massive paydays. It's kind of like why
Yeah.
there hasn't
Yeah.
been
19th, it'll be on sale.
All right.
a good boxing game in forever.
Well, thanks a lot.
Yep, have a good one. Your kid's into Marvel. Everyone's into Marvel Rivals right now. That's a good. It's cool. It's not my thing, but it's cool.
It's just Overwatch.
It is Overwatch, but it's a cool Overwatch, and the characters are cool. Like
They're
the
characters you know, as opposed
well,
to
they're not even characters. They made
Concord.
them look cool. Like there's a whole article going on right now where they're comparing the Marvel Rivals characters to the Marvel Avengers from that game.
Yeah,
like
I
a
was
few years ago.
excited for Avengers when it came out. I traded it in after like 3 weeks.
Creator Boxer is fantastic. You can make virtually anyone. What are we talking about?
We were just talking about like the lack of sports titles on the Switch, and we're just saying that there's no boxing games. Or I'm like, but there's not boxing games on any system. Like there hasn't been a good Fight Night or King of the Ring.
Undisputed just came out for PS5 and Xbox Series, but it's not that great. It's just okay. It looks good, but it's not as good as Fight Night.
But I was also saying it's like a lot of the professional boxers want such massive paydays, though, so it's kind of hard to get licensing for a lot of boxing games.
They must still be they're still making Fight Night, so they must still be paying those guys royalties. Avengers, yeah, but it looks bad. That's the only thing, man. The characters look generic in Avengers. It's like it's funny when you put up. You know what? I'll put it up on my phone. I'll show it to the camera. Maybe.
Yeah, I did. I had a lot of hope for Avengers, and then I said I played it for like 3 weeks and traded it in.
Here we go.
How's it going?
I don't know how well it'll show, but look at Captain America from
Ultimate Alliance was so
Rivals
much better.
versus Avengers, and it looks like someone called it Temu Captain America compared to, good Captain America, and then some of the characters are even worse. Here, hold on. Let me bring up some other ones. Here's a good one. Hawkeye here. Is that Hawkeye? Yeah, Hawkeye. The guy, the character
Kevin, what's
from
going
Marvel Avengers looks like he got that costume at Party City. Like the characters are so much cooler in Rivals. What's going on with Black Widow? Come on. It's terrible. Hawk looks fat in Marvel Avengers, and he looks... Yeah, that's so bad. What's up, Kevin? Hopefully you win the free PS5 today. I didn't know there was a free PS5 game today. Good luck with that. Here we go. Should I do my... We'll see. Oh, an error occurred.
Huh? What's this? Oh.
Starting to go.
Oh.
I did it last time and Delve paid $2 for me to put on the Mario head.
Of course, Del would do that.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, smash that like button. Ooh, Princess Derek is working today.
Who's here?
Outlaw.
Oh.
Princess Derek is here.
Yeah, I work today and then Friday again, but then I'm pretty much gone for 6 weeks after that because I will be on a movie set, not in front of the camera.
You missed your calling. Should have been working in a video game market or retail development. Yeah. I guess so. I don't know what you do, so maybe you missed your calling. Maybe you didn't. All right, I'm going to check in these over here.
I already thought you checked those in.
Nah, I forgot.
Ugh.
Guys finding everything all right? All right. Wonder what these go for. Let's see what the reach. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do production assistant. Well, this one, the movie that I'm on this next week, I am a producer's assistant, so I've had to do like actual producer type responsibilities. Yeah, we had snow. We probably had like, what, 2 inches probably today?
Oh, that's 3, but
3, yeah. So I actually had to get out the old snow plow. Well, not plow, but the,
I bought one of
my
those.
snow blower.
I bought a battery operated snow blower. I used it for the first time today. It worked good.
About it, yeah. Mine's gas, because screw the environment.
Excuse me.
Thanks, Outlaw. This will be my 3rd one. But it's, that's, I guess the only negative is it is freelance. It's in between sets. You have to find something to do. And it's not like a ton of business. Ohio's getting better for the movie industry and TV industry, but it's not like Atlanta. Yeah, normally I'm the PA, which normally where our whole responsibility is just getting people from one place to a next or making sure people don't walk into the scene while we're filming. That's pretty much your responsibilities. The second movie I was on, I was actually the boom pull operator. And then this one, I'm the producer's assistant. So I'm moving up. See him in about 5 years at the Golden Globes, hopefully.
That'd be cool. All right, last one.
Like one good thing, like as opposed to like an actor, like actors always have to hustle, but like once I make enough connections, eventually I'll get calls for jobs rather than having to look for jobs. Just like, hey, this production's coming to the area. Do you want to be a part of it? And if I'm free, yes. If not, then, have to wait for the next one. Yeah, it is. Like I said, Ohio finally has a good tax incentive, so business is starting to come to Ohio more and more.
Plus, everybody's getting out of California because it's the opposite.
It's way cheaper. You can make Cleveland look like New York City. That's the big thing is
yeah, a lot of people don't know, like Spider-Man and
like
most
Spider-Man
of the
and like
Marvel movies were filmed in
a lot of the
Cleveland.
Marvel movies. So Cleveland is a cheap way to film New York without having to pay New York prices. So lots of stuff is coming to our area. It's just
I'll still never forget going to the Indians game and seeing like crashed spaceships around the city when they were filming the Avengers and stuff. That was
right. Yeah, no, it is. It is. It's all about networking, 100%. And that's the good thing about this job, being the producers.
The movie, and it's not all about networking. You know, Derek has seen a casting couch or two. Don't let him fool you.
Yeah, the good thing about this is this movie that I'm about to start next week. I kind of met all the who's who in the Cleveland area, so it was a good networking opportunity.
Networking. These are kind of cool. I think they should have went like the pink has the purple and the purple has the pink. Like they should have like made like half and half. You know, I don't know.
Hey, it's a part of the industry. It's a not so kept secret. Oh, what he just had? No, those were a company in Cleveland that it was just a Wiimote and a nunchuck. But just cool colors.
What's up?
Just
The CNC games. Yeah, I doubt that.
That would be a cool job. I would like. That would be a cool.
Just make sure you wear your CNC game shirts all the time.
Right. Locations. They're the people that put up all the signs and everything, and make.
No, those were Wii controllers that they're a bundle with Wii controller and nunchuck. They're from a company called XYB, but they come in cool colors like there's pastel green, pink, and purple. They're kind of a newer company's out of Cleveland. Ironically, we're talking about Cleveland, but they make good accessories.
Have any of you had like your local GameStops close? Because last week was like round one of all the big store closings.
Yeah, we had a couple.
We had a couple
in the area,
around us.
not the one I wanted, but yeah. Yes, they are Wii remotes. We sell a lot of Wii controllers.
Oh yeah.
None near here. We had a couple that weren't too far from here that closed down.
Yeah, but not the one just down the road, unfortunately.
Actually, might hire one or two of those people if they close it.
Right.
I think they're going to, but that's just me.
I don't see how our local one can stay open. Like if you go in there, they never have games. Any inventory whatsoever.
You can search online and see what they're out of. I was
is
like,
everything.
I was typing in like newest games. Nope, out of stock. Nope, out of stock. I keep checking their hours though, but that's how we found out the other ones. Their
Right.
hours, like.
But it wasn't until like here that they just listed the
Yeah.
weekend, and then the next week they had.
Yeah, the next round of closings is this Saturday,
And then
then
Saturday
then the
after that.
following Saturday. Yeah.
But if they stick to it, it'd be like 400 each week, and then that would put it at about 1,200, which is kind of what they said they were going to be closing, which would put them close to half.
Yeah, the handhelds, yeah, they sell great. We saw a lot of handhelds, especially the older stuff. You want a DMG GB Game Boy? How long does GameSpot? I think you meant GameStop. I think they have a while.
What's that?
Like, how long do they have left? I think they're going to change, though. I think they're going to become more of a card store.
Oh, grading. And
Yeah, card, you know.
I mean, I don't know, like
Collectible and card store. Yeah, I think that's more what they're going to become. And also, they're going to be just more online. I don't think they're going away 100%, but they definitely need to. They have too many stores.
Yeah.
They're not viable with the amount of stores they have right now.
I don't know about yours, but like our local one, like they only have, I don't know, like maybe for video games, they'll only have like the top maybe 20.
Yeah, they don't have much.
And that's it.
In
It's almost all like pop
Sandusky's
figures
like that
and
too. Like
shirts
I just went into Sandusky.
plushes.
I went into Sandusky the other day. They don't have anything. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's more of a like, I don't know, just go in there to buy a little collectible than
Yeah,
the
like, so
actual game.
it's all like Funko Pops and stuff like that rather than video games.
Most of their employees shop here.
Yeah, it's true.
That's all you need to know.
Well, they probably would have went away forever ago if the people weren't manipulating the market to cash in on the short.
Well, yeah, that was the short sellers. They got I never watched that movie. I should have, but they got a whole.
But that prolonged their life.
Yeah, that injected a bunch of cash and kept them around longer than they probably would have been. I actually feel bad for the people that are losing their jobs at GameStop. I worked at GameStop. He worked at GameStop. They did it to themselves, though, the company. Like, they could have stayed around. They didn't have to, like, ditch all their retro stuff years ago and sell it for pennies, only to want to try to buy it all back now.
Right. But at the same time, in today's economy, though, too, you don't, like, to have, like, the 4,000 stores they had at one point.
They're too big for the market.
They grew too big, yeah, for the market.
They gotta cut stores if they want to survive, and I hope they don't. I only want the one here in town.
Yeah, the rest of them can
if
stay
anybody
open.
from the one here in town, I know some of you guys shop here. There might be a job in your future for you if you come here. I don't wish any ill will, but it would be better for me if you guys weren't around as a store. Somebody that lost at GameStop can switch. Here's the thing. Working at GameStop is one of the worst jobs you can have. It is terrible. And I know because I did it for a long time. And almost all of us here did it for a while. It is a terrible job. The grass is greener anywhere else, almost. To be honest, digital gaming hasn't destroyed the physical. Sure, it's hurt a little bit, but I mean, we're doing all right. Like I look at my Switch section. I have close to 650, 700 physical games on the Switch for sale. You go into a GameStop. I went into the local, not this one, but the next closest one, where I live. And I counted less than 100 games, and that was including used and new. They barely have anything. But that's their own fault. They could get more. They could keep it going, but they keep selling. They keep pushing digital on people, and they're slowly cutting their own throats. People come in here, and they're amazed by the selection. The other thing they need to do, wow, that's kind of trippy.
Yeah.
They need to push the physical on people. You know, like, I don't know, try to sell the physical. There's still a market for it, just not as big as GameStop is. Especially with like stores like Walmart and everything really cutting down their physical selections. They should have increased their physical selection. Say, look how much more games we have than Walmart, or you know. And online shop, yeah, online. Amazon probably hurt stores more than anything. But people are more and more too, especially younger kids. They want the experience of going to a store. I actually think some malls and stuff might make a comeback in the next couple of years. I don't know, a little bit in certain areas.
I was at the mall yesterday. I didn't check out that.
You didn't check out the arcade?
I was on the other far side.
It's not bad.
I was on the bookstore side.
People still want to get items the day. Yeah, that's like more convenient to have it and it's not waiting.
I just like owning what I buy. That's always. I like physically owning something.
Yeah, me too. I gotta price these. Still doing all right out there? All right. Who closes tonight with you?
We're in Fremont, but the Sandusky area is probably the more recognizable name. We're about 30 minutes.
30
west
minutes from
of Sandusky,
Cedar Point.
so a little bit south of Toledo.
What's up, Gella's junk drawer? What a name. Yeah, Fremont, Ohio. Well, it's convenient. Like, I'm the first to admit, man, digital is convenient. And I just thought by now we'd be buying and selling digital as well as physical. That's my only problem with digital is you should be able to resell it. And everybody should agree with that. You should be able to resell your digital games. You shouldn't be stuck with them forever. I'm not even anti-digital, to be honest. I realize how convenient it is. But one, I think it should be cheaper than the physical version. And two, you should be able to give it to somebody or sell it or something, but you're like stuck with it right now. Our laws need to catch up.
But you also have people that don't know what a cookie is on a computer trying to make the laws that govern digital.
They don't know anything, man. Like when they had Mark Zuckerberg in Congress, it was so bad. Like our politicians are so old; they have no idea. So I think our laws will change over time. It's just gonna take a while because we have a bunch of geriatrics on both sides running our country. Let's just say you hate having to switch out the games. Yeah, you're too late. I mean, that's sort of like digital is convenient. You're paying for convenience, but as part of that convenience, you're giving up your rights to own it. Spring break, you mean winter break?
Yes, Christmas break. Most schools go back
My
next week.
daughter went back last week, actually,
really?
on Thursday.
Oh,
yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah. And Ohio State went back today, but then they had to cancel everything because of the winter storm.
I think BG goes back next week.
Ohio State was today.
Still doing your sale? Buy two, get one free?
Not at the moment, but like, do you have? We can see how many points you got. We do it on the points if you have enough. Yeah, sorry.
I just know I got an email not too long.
Well, if you got the email, it'll pop up and it'll offer it to you if you log in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just put in your phone number.
Let's see what you got.
Well, there was the holiday buy two get one free that we had going on.
Okay, let me see.
As opposed to just a standard coupon.
Oh yeah, it's not going at the
So that
moment.
was
We only
just
got
probably
5.
the holiday one.
Yeah, at the moment, no. But yeah, you got 5. You'd only get an extra 5% off if you had redeemed it, but it's not much on these. Do you still want to get them?
Yeah, we'll get those.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, we're just not running at the moment. I think he's grabbing. Let me. Oop, I'm in the wrong thing. Let me get in the right program here. You do get the member price here. These two come to $31.83.
Would you like a small bag?
Yeah, grab a bag. Got some Christmas money, huh?
Yeah.
And a lot of birthday money and saving.
These are both really good games.
Is that Mario Maker?
Mario Maker and Smash. Good.
Can't really find a sign.
I'll check them.
Yeah, double check.
Oh, there's a 20.
I have a 28.
Oh.
You just need 2 ones.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Yep, and then you got 32. All right, so out of 32. There's a 30-day warranty on them. There's also a 7-day if you just don't like it and you want to get something else. But those are pretty awesome games, so I bet you'll like them. But if you don't like them and you want to bring it back, we'll let you pick out something else.
I love Mario games, so I'm probably going to
I think you're gonna like them too because those games are both good. But it's something we do for the used games. So. There's your change, 17's your change, and here's your receipt. Have fun. Thank you very much.
Revoking the install. God, if they did that.
They do sometimes. I mean, Ubisoft was going to do it, and then a bunch of people, I think it was on Steam, though. It was one of the Assassin's Creeds, and people, lost their minds, and then they changed it. But, I mean, Sony did that recently with a bunch of movies. And
Yeah, with the movies, yeah.
And Microsoft did
Hold
it
it with books.
with books. At least they gave a refund on them. But still, people were pissed because they read those books. They had them highlighted. They had their notes on them. So, none of the stuff digitally you actually own. It's just a license, and they legally can take it away anytime they want. And a lot of people don't want to admit this, but if anything happens to those companies, they go out of business. I mean, look at all the stuff that happened with Stadia and that stuff all went away. You lose it forever. Everybody's I know everybody loves Steam. But Gabe's no spring chicken. And if something happens to Gabe, I'm just going to say his son is not the brightest, the best and brightest to run that company. I don't know what's going to happen. Honestly, I think if something ever happens to Gabe, Microsoft's going to buy Steam.
And then force you to have a Microsoft account to play your Steam games.
I hate Ubisoft. Ubisoft used to be good. Now they're not. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to say Ubisoft is probably one of my least favorite companies.
They're so dude. The CEO of Ubisoft for the last 3 generations, he's always predicted this is the last generation of physical. That guy wants digital so bad. And then I think it's funny. Ubisoft, they had one of their top people said people need to get comfortable with not owning their games. And what's funny about that is I responded. I said people need to get Ubisoft needs to get comfortable with people not buying their games. And that's exactly what's happened because they've become crap. So nobody buys their games. And now it looks like Ubisoft's selling. So I said, well, Ubisoft needs to get comfortable with not owning their company. Dana White, big fan. It's the first time he's ever heard that. No one's ever told him that before. Steam does know what they're doing, but Gabe is the sole driving force of Steam. I know they have a board and all that, but Gabe is the number one. You know, he owns the most amount of stock. When something happens to Gabe, it'll be interesting to see what happens. And I'm just saying, I hope nothing ever happens to Gabe. But he's not exactly the pinnacle of health. I know, and neither am I. But I don't own Steam. I wish I did.
Right. Steam. We don't make games anymore.
Well, if you love these hot takes, you'd like my podcast. And
selfish plug.
You don't have your mic on.
Oh, yep, there it is.
So I don't know if they can hear you. But and I'll be on Video Game Outsiders tomorrow night live at 9:00 on their podcast. I have lots of hot takes. I've been selling games since 1993, so I'm old and I've seen it all.
Like talking about that, like when Microsoft made the joke, and they're just like, it's like, oh, they would never sell to Microsoft. I'm just like, well, he won't. But
you know, what's funny is
like, yeah, Steam is worth like a couple billion, but like
Microsoft can
is
buy
almost
them
a
like
trillion
that if they wanted to. Stop trying to.
Can't we just have good things? No,
well, I actually met Gabe before Steam became huge at a GameStop managers conference when I was a manager. I actually sat at a bar in Nashville and had drinks with Gabe before he was, Gabe of Steam. It was just, when he owned, when that was like one of the first Half-Lives. God, I'm old.
Yeah.
And he's like a very down-to-earth guy. I really like Gabe. He would never remember me. I just remember it because, I was just a manager at GameStop at the time, and I'm sitting there talking to the head guy there, and he was a really nice guy. We had drinks in a bar one time. But his son is not him, and that's who's next in line for Steam. I don't see his son running Steam, and I could see it selling. I could see Microsoft buying it. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Microsoft's going to eventually, in the long run, they're going to get Steam, and all the PC people are going to be pissed off.
Like I said, I guarantee they'll make you buy a gold membership.
Oh, you're going to, yeah. Steam. Xbox Live will be required
to play Steam.
Oh, that's
people.
Dude,
the internet will lose their.
Oh,
minds.
it'll be brutal when that happens. Yeah, it's not going to be good. I kind of want to see it happen too. Just I want to.
Yeah, unfortunately, with Half-Life, like I said, Steam Valve, they don't like making games. They just like making money.
Yeah.
So a Half-Life game is a new Half-Life or a new Portal.
Well, I mean, they did make a new Half-Life on VR.
What was the Fortress? The big
Team Fortress.
Team Fortress, yeah. Is GameStop getting any better? They are shutting down 400 stores per week for the next couple weeks.
Not per week, no, 400. I think around 400 total.
Okay.
I don't think GameStop's getting any better. I think they're changing. I think they're going to become more of a card company, like grading and that sort of thing. I think they're transitioning.
They're
transing. GameStop is transing. I probably shouldn't say that, but they don't have much. Like, at least the ones I go in here, they don't have much. Like, they really have low stock. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, they're not in a good place financially as a business.
I was at a conference a few years ago and showed my Steam Deck to a Microsoft exec who was at the trade show with me. Next thing I see is a Logitech G Cloud. I was like, yeah. Expand into the...
Just anything that can be graded?
Oh, yeah, I mean, are you asking, like, if you have stock in GameStop? I don't know if the short thing is going to happen one more time or not, but I don't know how. I haven't looked into how much the sellers have shorted the GameStop stock. I would hope by now they've learned their lessons and stopped doing it because people are watching. I think the whole short selling of stock should be illegal, regardless. I don't like the fact that people betting on like
investing
companies
for a business to fail.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna get. Somebody eventually with GameStop's gonna get caught holding the bag. I don't know. If I was that Roaring Kitty guy, I would have cashed out a long time ago. I think he cost himself quite a bit of money. He still made a shitload of money, but he hasn't sold. He's holding. So no, I'm not getting updated as the Cheryl. Not anymore. No. I worked for them for a long time though. Somebody's always caught holding the bag. That is correct. It is a game. And it's like that with everything. Even like cryptocurrencies like that too, to be honest. I mean, even our money here in America, it's only valuable as long as people believe in it. The second people don't believe in it, it crashes. That game was terrible. So was that one.
We're watching a playlist of all the different Famicom games.
I can't believe I used to dedicate placement. That game's actually pretty fun. Bastard. That only came out in Japan. That's some Japanese anime.
Yep.
For SNES though, the graphics are pretty sweet. The CEO used to be a comedian. I think to be honest, Microsoft is not in a good spot. I mean, the Xbox part of Microsoft is in a very good spot. They're one of the most popular companies. I don't know. We lost my live stream. Did I lose? I'm still there. All right. GameStop stock is at 32.60. Wasn't it like way higher?
It was like at 170.
Yeah.
Granted, a few months ago.
Here's the BRICS. Yeah, a bunch of nations going on. The BRICS is not good for America as currency. Yeah. Snowed in from Kansas. We got a lot of snow here, but not enough to snow us in.
Didn't Canada's like one of Canada's major banks just fail like within the last couple of weeks? So they're.
I don't know. I'm not big into the Canadian stuff. I don't know.
Kind of like what happened to us a few years ago. Snowed in from Kansas. Nice. Not nice, but unless you wanted a day in. We only got about 3 inches here. The roads were pretty good by like 10, 11 o'clock.
Speak for yourself. I got about 6 inches.
I'm above average. Above average snowfall.
No, anyway. I don't know. I'm at a loss to what I'm going to talk about next. 8 inches here.
You only got a half hour before you're off. Before Angela comes in, your relief.
Oh yeah, Angela.
A lot of people talking. They made time go by fast.
Yeah, I don't know how much time I got left on the. I got about 25% left on the battery. Canada, 9th largest economy. So how long till Mr. Trudeau calls it and leaves?
He said he is resigning. I made these like little things, but instead of the black border, we're gonna put them make it look like Mario or like actual NES cartridges. Kevin and I are always trying to find new things to sell and make.
For a
at
convention.
for our conventions that we go to.
Yeah. Canada though, like their dollar, it's weird. Their dollar used to be worth more. Now it's like what, 70 cents to the dollar. So your buying power has went down.
It's actually right next to an outlet. He could just plug it directly in if he wanted.
I could. I could. I'm kind of lazy. Yeah, they're coasters. Do I have a...
Those were just test pieces, so trying to come up with ideas.
You know, I actually could plug it in.
Well, I said you only got a...
I got to charge it anyway, right?
Well, yeah, that's true.
I got a USB-C here. Let's plug it in and see if it does anything. I'm going to move the camera a second. Oh, there we go.
How do I make them? It is a process called sublimation. So you have to have a special printer, special paper, heat press. But if anything can be sublimated on, you can, like, so I could do pillow covers, t-shirts,
Oh, I tried to hit the
coffee
camera.
cups, mugs, you know, coasters, whatever. I'm not going to do all those things. I need little things for a table, like coasters.
I figured today would be slow with the snow.
I was hoping it would be slow with the snow.
Yeah.
70 cents on the dollar?
Yep. I thought so. I thought it was about 70 cents to a
Yeah, it
dollar.
wasn't too long ago. They were like $1.05 to our dollar. Like it was, yeah.
Yeah. How much is the 4K Switch 2 going to be? I have no idea.
Yeah, they have not talked about price yet.
No, in Nintendo, I bet you Nintendo goes like $400 or $500. That seems to be like, I bet 500. If I'm realistically, I can see 500, but I can't see them like competing directly with the PS5.
That's what I mean. At that price point, it's like
So-
you're still a generation behind in technology.
But this
you
is,
are handheld though.
But
too.
this is the way everything always goes with video games. I've seen it since I've been selling games for so long. No one ever stays on top. When people get on top, and right now, I know people don't believe me, but the Switch is by far on top as the number one selling system. Better than the Xbox, better than the PlayStation, sales wise. And they get cocky, and then whatever the next one comes out, they screw it up. Like look at with Wii. Then they came out with Wii U, dumb name, and they screwed it up. Look at sometimes they'll last 2 generations though. So like PlayStation 1 and 2 was good. Then PlayStation 3, they came out at $600, which was crazy. And then that allowed Xbox to take over. And Xbox 360, Xbox did well, and then Xbox 360 was like the dominant system then. And then Xbox One did okay, but they screwed that up with the TV. And that allowed Sony to take over with PlayStation 4. So it seems like they'll have a generation or two, and then they get cocky and they screw up that next generation. I mean, look at Nintendo. Nintendo had regular Nintendos, then Super Nintendo. Then they were going to stick with cartridges, and they were really expensive on N64. They allowed Sony to take over with PlayStation 1.
350 is just kind of like the sweet spot for Nintendo. I think if they went above 4, that would be a bad call.
I bet it'll be at least 4. Wii U was good. The problem was it was called Wii U. And
so many customers came in thinking it was just an accessory for the Wii.
People just thought it was and they thought it was like a handheld Wii. It looked just like the Wii too. It was stupid. The whole thing, name-wise, was stupid.
Yeah.
The only stupider name was the new
3DS.
And the only other stupider name is the Xbox Series X and Series S when you already have an Xbox S and an Xbox X.
Yeah.
like people if you guys are watching this, you're probably like, you're informed gamers. The average person is not. And the average like mom or dad that comes in here has no clue. And then when I'm telling them, do you want a used new Switch, a used new 3DS or a new 3DS or a new 3DS or do you want the Wii or the Wii U? They have no fucking clue. You might as well be speaking Chinese to them. With all your eye, if you got a GameStop credit card, that was a really bad decision. Those might be the worst credit cards I've ever seen for interest rate. That isn't third party restricted. What are you talking about? I don't know. But the Series is a really bad name too. And them coming out, the Series S is killing the system. And what people don't realize is people are cheap. So majority of people are buying that Series S, and that thing's a potato. I know people don't want to believe me, but one of the reasons you don't have like a game like Black Myth Wukong on the Xbox, they came out and said they don't want to gimp it to fit on the Series S. They said it just doesn't have enough RAM.
Well, just kind of like when they optimized for playing experience Baldur's Gate 3 for the Xbox so it could play on the S.
Yeah.
Optimized.
Yeah.
For your gaming experience, which means they had to pull a bunch of stuff just to get it to run.
That was a dumb decision of them to come on. That S is hurting them with third parties.
But like you said, it's probably at least every week, maybe even twice a week, we always get someone in here trying to sell us the Xbox S, but we don't buy the digital systems. So,
how many do you think we would get though? If we did,
we'd
have hundreds of them.
Yeah, like I said, it's at least twice a week. People are in here.
More than that, but yeah.
Yeah, and well, I'm part time and I see it like twice a week.
Yeah, I'm not selling those things. This is Super Famicom. Why are they in English?
Whoever made the video wanted people to know what it was, I guess.
But
my Switch is actually still just a console. I never play it handheld.
Well, it made sense when you're trying to push Game Pass on everyone, but your Game Pass doesn't account for new games. Here's the problem with Game Pass it's definitely good for customers. No thing. But to be honest, besides the big name games that they've been putting on Game Pass, most of the games suck on Game Pass. They're not good. I've never played that game.
I mean, granted, you are paying for the Game Pass, but like when your AAA games come out and you're basically getting them for free because
I actually think gaming suffers.
The quality is going to go down.
Like Game Pass has basically become like Netflix. Not that Netflix is bad. I like Netflix, but they do occasionally put out really good content on Netflix. I think games are like now. They'll be like, oh, well, it's going to be on Game Pass, so it doesn't really have to be AAA, even though it's from a AAA studio. Like something like Crackdown's a good example of that. Like that game really like went downhill.
Well, even the newer Gears of War, just like the small details, like the way glass would shatter.
I love Gears of War, but yeah,
the quality is just not what it used to be.
Yeah,
and I can't blame them because you're not getting as many sales. You don't get the money from as many sales.
I've heard GTA is not going to be as edgy as it has been in the past. I hope I'm wrong. I hope.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
Well, it's the way.
But I don't. But it's the industry. You're right. Yeah.
Well, what they started making it when they started making like 2020. That's like the height of every craziness. So
yeah, that's true.
Hopefully not. But most games coming out now were made during the height of.
Yeah, it's going to take a couple years to cycle all that stuff out.
Yeah. Yeah. The height of woke craziness. Yeah.
Dragon Age Veilguard.
Oh God, it's so bad.
Like the height.
Like you can do woke stuff and it could be good, like Baldur's Gate. But it's got to be good.
Right. It's got to be good. Right.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing with Baldur's Gate: they give you the option to do whatever you want.
Right.
Like, it's not forced upon you. It doesn't. It can't come off as preachy.
Right.
I don't. The only good thing I think that could save. I think GTA will be good.
Yeah.
Plus Rockstar, it's like the same people been doing it for years. I don't think they're gonna like screw with it that much. Indiana Jones was pretty good. Hellblade 2, yeah.
I did not play Indiana Jones.
I was weird.
I was hoping it to be a third player game.
I played
third person.
I played Indiana Jones. I liked it, but I like Indiana Jones. But I think this is going to be a hot take on Indiana Jones. I think Indiana Jones is good, but I think people are elevating it to the Game of the Year status when it doesn't deserve that. I think the only reason it looks like a Game of the Year status is because it's a good game from Microsoft, a single player Microsoft game that's kind of like being the tallest midget at the moment. There's not many of them, so it looks way better by comparison. I think it's good, though. Don't get me wrong. I think Indiana Jones is a good game. I liked it. But I don't think it's like a Game of the Year game. That's just me. Now I'm going to make you play it. You go play. It's a good game. Indiana Jones is a good game. It is a good game. It's just, in my opinion, not like Game of the Year.
I was just hoping. I said I wanted a third person. I basically wanted Indiana Jones, but I wanted it to be Tomb Raider or Uncharted. That's what I wanted.
Let's see if the battery's keeping up. It says 20%, but it's plugged in, so we'll see.
So I know.
You want to know something funny about Indiana Jones? A lot of people don't realize. I think the install is huge. I think it's like I'll have to look it up.
This anymore, just your license.
The Indiana Jones, the actual disc for Indiana Jones. I took a picture. It's on my phone somewhere. There is less data on that disc than your typical NES game. There is absolutely zero on that disc. It basically, when you pop that disc in, it just tells it where to download the game. That's all it does. It basically has a website URL on that on that disc. That's all that's on that disc. It's your key. But at least you own it and you can transfer it to somebody, so you can at least sell your key. But there is absolutely zero on that disc of information. It's crazy. There's nothing. There's probably no game data at all on that disc.
Yep, just a pass key. That's all it is.
They might as well have put a code in a box with that game. Now, most of the Sony's game, not all, but I mean, Sony does that on some games, but most of the Sony games, they at least have a playable version on the disc, as long as it's not like a live service game or something. Microsoft is way less online friendly. Most of the Switch games, if you pop them in, they work without even an online connection. I'm going to look it up on my phone. Chronicles of Riddick was a good game, yeah. But here's the thing: how long ago was that? Like, I look at like WB, for example, or like, who was it? The people that made Suicide Squad. They used to make awesome Batman games.
Yeah.
But the people that made those games are no longer around. Like here's a good example: the original Saints Row games are awesome. This last one, dog shit. So the people making games now are not the same. You can't even judge them by what they used to make.
The old guard is retired.
Yeah, most of those old people have retired and moved on that made the good games. I'll tell you a really good follow. If go check her out on YouTube, Laura Fryer. She used to work for Microsoft. She helped launch Gears of War, I think Gears of War 2, and then she moved to WB and she helped launch Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, two of my most favorite games ever. And she basically lays it out what's wrong with the game industry now. And she's very level-headed, so she's not really like, chastising why, but she explains what is going on in the video game industry. It's like, that is like the greatest, it's like a documentary on what is going wrong with the video game industry. Watch her channel. If I'm going to be on VGO more often, I want to try to get her on.
That'd be cool.
She's like, I didn't even know about this lady till like maybe 6 months ago.
How'd you find her? Just
I saw somebody
rabbit hole.
shared a
Okay.
video of hers, and then I'm like, wow, this chick is awesome, and she is like responsible for two of my favorite franchises of all time. When is it coming out? Who knows? Probably this year.
What's that?
Nintendo Switch 2. It's going to be backwards compatible. They said that. I would love to see it come out in the spring. That's when Nintendo usually.
Yeah, they usually do it around
comes
Easter
up.
season.
But I
just
don't know.
before.
I don't know if they will though this time. We'll see.
Nintendo's also famous for like a week before things are released, be like, oh yeah, by the way.
A system they wouldn't.
Yeah,
But stuff's
yeah.
really starting to leak with the Switch 2. So I'm gonna guess on. I wish it would come out like usually April's around. They like the release system, but I could see a fall release for the Switch 2. Games cost so much. The devs are making bad live service games. It's almost that's some. Well, they're trying to force everything into a live service model when it shouldn't be. Like, there's no reason half the game. Like, if they ruin Hogwarts Legacy and make the next one a live service game, they're stupid. I mean, literally, all you got to do is make Hogwarts 2.
Well, the funny thing is, too, like the games that sell the best every year practically are always like the single player games that aren't live service, too. Like your God of War, like Hogwarts.
Baldur's Gate.
It's like, how do you not see where the money is? Well, I mean, microtransactions do make a lot of money, though. But I think it's because they're looking at Fortnite, and they're like, look how much Fortnite makes.
They're basically gambling. Everybody wants to hit that next big thing.
Yeah.
Trying to find.
You can I wouldn't be surprised. Oh.
God, I want to find how much data was on that disc. I know I took a picture.
I remember you sent it to me in a text. Pretty sure you did.
I'm looking for it. Of course, I can't find it. I can never find a picture when I'm looking for it. Oh, well, I can't find it.
Oh, dang it. I should have brought in Blastoise.
Yeah, I know Fortnite makes more money, but see, the other companies see that and they're like, oh, we should do a Fortnite. And you know what's funny, too, is I see all these other companies, like there's a lot of like smaller companies, too. They'll try to make their own version of Smash Brothers, but it's never as good as Smash Brothers. So if it's not as good as Smash Brothers, there's no point in releasing it, right? Because you're never going to beat Smash Brothers. You're never going to compete because that's always better. Like, you got to release something that's better. You can't be, let's release our version of Fortnite. Nobody's going to leave Fortnite if your version's not as good, or it's got to be better.
Yeah, because they've already spent all their money and everything.
Right, there's no reason for them to leave if it's not better. So if you try to just copy another game, we can make a game like that. Unless it's better, it's dumb. It's dumb to do that. I see so many, this is like, and then they'll even explain it. Our game's like Smash Bros. You're comparing it to,
right.
What's the point? Nobody's going to buy it. Or a small amount of people will buy it. I just would love to. God, they should just put me on the boards, because someone would be like, "Oh, well, what's the pitch for this game?" Well, it's like Fortnite, and is it going to be better than? I would say, is it going to be better than Fortnite? Well, well, if it's not, then it's not worth spending the money on. Shut it down. Yeah. There are other games that are really good Smash clones. They just don't have the IP. But that's my point. They're not going to sell as well. So let's see. There's Nickelodeon has a Smash clone. What was that? What was that WB? That one that came out that had like Scooby Doo and all those that was free to play.
PlayStation also did their own version.
And I understand, like, if you want to be like Smash Brothers on another console, but they're like, I think they're still living in a fantasy world where they think, people only have one system. Most people have a Switch and another system, or
right, and a PC on top of
PlayStation
that.
All Stars, or
All Stars. PlayStation All Stars is what I was thinking of.
I guess, like, if it's on another system like that. But if you're, I think it's funny when they come out with like a Smash-like game on Switch. I'm like, no one's buying that.
Yeah, because you already have Smash.
Yeah. And I even like some other like kart racing games. Like I like the Sonic All-Stars kart racing game. The last one kind of sucked, but the All-Stars Transform was good.
The Crash one on PS3 was awesome.
Yeah, Crash is on everything now too. They have tag team racing.
Yeah.
On everything. Those are fun. There's even like there's a Nickelodeon one. I think they have 3 of them now. Unrelated but Among Us gained a cult following that would be interesting to study. It became very popular, even though it was a copy of an old idea. You can bring back old ideas, but like when there's something, I don't know, it's hard to compete with certain things.
Well, even outside of that, I mean, there's so many IPs that they just let die from like the PS1 era that if they brought it back and actually made a good game, it would.
Yeah,
so many.
How
good.
about Splinter Cell? That'd be
Splinter
a good
Cell.
one.
Yeah, Legacy of Kain.
SOCOM would be a good one to bring back.
So many horror.
Well, Legacy
genres.
of Kain, I think they are because they just brought those.
Yeah, that's true.
Those remasters back. How about if you're Microsoft, you should literally have a Halo every other year, and you should have a Gears of War every other year. You should almost like this year Gears of War comes out, next year Halo comes out, the year after that another Gears of War. Those are like temple franchises. You should have stuff queued up. It's criminal that there's no Halo Battle Royale. Or even a game like Helldivers is basically a third-person Halo game. Like if you think about it, you go down to the planet in reach pods, you do a team-based thing, and then you extract on a ship that looks just like it's out of Halo. Even the armor kind of looks Halo-ish. You have a PlayStation this week. I have them all. I really don't play my Xbox, though.
I do not.
However, I did play my Xbox this week, but I played the original Conker's Live and Reloaded on so I played an old Xbox game, which looks beautiful on Xbox Series. It was running in 4K. I played against the Mighty Pooh in Conker. It was like that. I love that boss. It's funny. I like how he sings.
I would have loved a sequel for that, where he had to go like back down into hell and free Barry.
Sequel to Conker would be great. Then you could finally sell your 3D print you've been working on forever.
for 2.5 years.
The Mighty Pooh is great, though. Me. I am the Mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you.
That was I laughed so hard the first time.
Oh, and his teeth are made of corn. It's so gross too.
I love that. That was one of my favorite games of all time.
It's great, dude. It looks beautiful on the Series X because it's running in 4K. They clean that up so much. The only thing I wish they would do is maybe remaster it and make it widescreen.
Oh, sure.
Because it's still 4:3 even when you're playing it on there.
Yeah, I loved that game.
You'd think that'd be easy to do because it's a 3D game. Just extend the camera.
Right. Top 10. Top 5 for me even. I loved Conkers.
It's not in my top 5, but I do like it a lot.
So many memories.
I am the Mighty Pooh. I have that in my head now.
Yep.
It's like opera. Me. I played that for getting ready.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good one for your discussion because of that boss. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's got to be top of the Pooh related related gaming. Poop related gaming. Conker's Bad Fur Day, the Mighty Pooh. Number 1. There's not 2 gigs on the disc. Trust me, Dale. I could pop it in right now. I'm going to go to the text I sent you. There's definitely not 2 gigs on that disc. We don't text a lot. I have a picture of it. I will get it. Now I'm going to find it.
They don't have it on the back of the box.
Which when you pop it in, it tells you.
Okay.
Did I send it to you?
I thought you did. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you just told me about it one day when we were working. I could have swore you sent it to me in a text, though, but maybe not.
Doesn't look like I did. I posted it on X, though, so I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it.
Streaming on snow days is pretty productive. A huge supply of Tish comes from my chocolate starfish.
Yes. That's the next line. Derek remembers it.
How about some scat, you little twat? Oh my god, it's such a good game.
All right, I got to find this because it's bugging me now. I post way too much, though. This might take a little bit. Here it is. I got it. All right, I have it. And I'm going to hold the camera up to it. So, disc has 356 kilobytes on it. 356 kilobytes, which is smaller than some NES games. So, my camera's at 12%. It's losing percentage even while it's plugged in. So, I don't know if you guys can see it, but 356 kilobytes. And you had to install 132 gigs about. So, not much is on that disc at all. I do. I have the disc. There's not 2 gigs on that disc.
Man.
I hope I just didn't kill the stream.
Well, you leave in 5 minutes anyways.
Yeah, I know. Well, I got to get the live chat
No,
back.
it's still moving.
All right. Yeah, I know it's
Still
going. Yeah, 356 kilobytes on the disc. I'll go grab the disc and see what it says on the box.
I mean, we had the box right there. I was just looking at it, but
Yeah, we had it right behind us, didn't we? I'm just looking, see what it says. It doesn't even say, it just says optimized for Series X. Doesn't tell you how much memory you need or anything on the box. You can hold it up to the camera if you want. That was me installing it, though. Wow, we're really behind.
yeah. Well, I guess after however many hours, well, we haven't been streaming for hours, but
Yeah. Yeah, you play it offline. That was a big delay, man. I just realized, man, we got probably like a 20 to 30 second delay. It's crazy.
but I think Angela
pulled in, yeah.
So Kevin's out of here.
I am going to be ending the stream here in a minute. So thanks, everybody. I'm going to do the pro YouTube remove. Like and subscribe.
Sure to ring that bell.
Hit that thumbs up. It does help, though. If you can give me a thumbs up at least. Even if you give me a thumbs down, that's engagement. So
Yeah, engagement is all that matters. It doesn't matter what kind.
yeah.
All right.
All right, Derek's turning in his microphone. So I think we're done streaming. I have to end it because I got to go home. I got to 3D print some stuff.
I also need to 3D print some stuff.
So I will see you guys later. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. It was fun.
My CR10 all of a sudden is starting to do what like my S5 was doing there for a little bit, where it was just the slightest layer shift, so nothing was like smooth lines. It was always just